Hello, and welcome to the first Silent Hill 2 Enhanced Edition update video. This video series will announce and inform you of notable progress and updates for the Enhanced Edition project. This will include details on what's been changed or added since the last version of any particular mod package, along with informing you of where and how to update any of these required files. To start off this update series, the Enhanced Edition team has some exciting news to share. WinD3D is no longer necessary for Nvidia users. The newest release of the Silent Hill 2 Enhancements mod now inherently fixes what WinD3D fixed for Nvidia users, but without having to use WinD3D anymore. You can see the addition of these new fixes by downloading and opening the latest version of the Silent Hill 2 Enhancements mod INI file and finding the following fix lines: Fix missing wall chunks, Fog 2D fix, and White shader fix. Before we continue, let's illustrate what Nvidia specific issues were present in Silent Hill 2 PC. First, the 2D fog layer that scrolls over the screen in certain areas wasn't present. Certain areas that are supposed to be solid black were solid white instead. And chunks of the wall would disappear if the camera was too close to them while using a widescreen aspect ratio. Before, we had to instruct Nvidia users to download and use WinD3D to fix these bugs. And while WinD3D did a good job of alleviating those issues, the software also presented its own set of problems, such as it was either incompatible or severely affected frame rate performance for certain GTX Nvidia cards. Certain graphics cards would experience undesirable visual bugs while using WinD3D. And the game would not even run for people who mistakenly downloaded and used WinD3D for weaker, non-Nvidia GPUs, such as Intel's integrated graphics typically found in laptops. This is because WinD3D is a very resource-heavy piece of software. But now, thanks to the newest release of the Silent Hill 2 Enhancements mod, the aforementioned issues for Nvidia users are fixed without having to use WinD3D anymore. So why is this so exciting, and what specifically does this mean for all users of the Enhanced Edition? Well, for new users, it makes the process of installing the mods easier because there's one less step to do. WinD3D converted the game to OpenGL. Now, without needing to use WinD3D, the game will continue to run as DirectX, which means there's one less conversion that Nvidia users have to do. The less conversions we have to do, the less chances for errors, and the better for compatibility across different hardware specs. The game will boot up faster because it doesn't have to be converted to OpenGL through WinD3D anymore. And lastly, it unifies the installation process for all users, regardless of what GPU manufacturer they are using. So what if you already have all the Enhanced Edition packages installed and are also using WinD3D? Well, the steps to remove WinD3D and update to the latest version of the Silent Hill 2 Enhancements mod are very easy. First, go to Silent Hill 2 PC's installation directory and look for the following files: wind3d.dll, libwine.dll, and d3d9.dll. If you have these three files in your directory, that means you are currently using WinD3D. Remove these files from the game's directory. If you are also using ReShade alongside WinD3D, look for these following files as well: OpenGL32.ini, OpenGL32.log, and ReShade Filter-Silent Hill 2 PC PS2.ini. If you have these three files in your directory, that means you are also using ReShade for WinD3D. Remove these files from your game's directory as well. Next, grab the latest version of the Silent Hill 2 Enhancements mod. The link for this will be in the video description below. Unpackage the files from this download and place them in your game's directory, replacing any previous version of the files if prompted. Lastly, if you are previously using ReShade, go to the Enhanced Edition installation guide and download the DirectX version of ReShade as seen here. A link for this will also be in the video description below. Unpackage the ReShade files from the download and place them in the game's directory. Replace any files and folders if prompted. And that's it! You have successfully removed the WinD3D files from the game's directory, updated to the latest version of the SH2 Enhancements mod, which now contains the Nvidia specific fixes within it, and have optionally installed the DirectX version of the ReShade files if you plan to use ReShade. Do note that if you adjusted any settings for the SH2 Enhancements d3d8.ini file, you'll need to open the new version of this file and reapply your edits. These installation steps can also be found on the installation guide's changelog, and a link for this will be in the video description below. If you have any friends who are also playing Silent Hill 2 Enhanced Edition using an Nvidia card, be sure to share this video with them so they can also remove WinD3D. This probably can't be stressed enough. Removing WinD3D for Silent Hill 2 PC is a very important thing to do. Lastly, some additional features that have been added to the Silent Hill 2 Enhancements mod are a new full screen window mode feature. This will allow you to more easily play the game in windowed mode, but using the full screen space of your monitor. Be sure to keep ResX and ResY at 0 within the d3d8.ini file if you plan to use this feature. Added a Disable Red Cross mod, which allows you to fully disable the low health red cross indicator during normal gameplay. The widescreen fix and mod updater modules have been updated to include new performance and compatibility fixes. The Steam Crash Fix mod is now enabled by default for users. This prevents the game from crashing when using certain controllers while trying to open the game's option menu. And the code for the Silent Hill 2 Enhancements mod has been optimized so it loads and runs quicker. In the meantime, the Enhanced Edition team hopes you enjoy the small but significant update for Silent Hill 2 PC. Until the next update video, we'll see you around in the foggy town of Silent Hill.